As opposed to, there are some places you can go to along these highways where you can get real live Indian stuff made by real live Taiwanese Indians. If you're not familiar with the Taiwanese Indian tribes, well, there's a reason for that, because, well, they're in Taiwan. And their stuff is not really authentic, to say the least. So we're going to make a little movie here. If you're lucky, Randy will screw up. We will die. You, my fans, will have it all recorded for posterity, prosperity, and all sorts of other things.
Call that what?
Oh, you already said that.
Yeah.
Right. So, well, you know, you have to understand, Randy, that I have a rather sick bunch of friends. And it would not surprise me if since the day I started truck driving, they haven't all been drawing straws. Well, he died. There's probably a pool going on, is what I'm trying to say. The little squares on it, kind of like we would have done if McCain had become president, where you just marked off when you thought he was going to die because he looked like he was dying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I saw it.
For those of you that are McCain fans and I've just offended you, I don't really give a, and I mean, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart that I've offended thee. And I'll try not to do it again in the next 5 or 6 minutes. We're out here in McCain State is why I'm on McCain today. And, you know, McCain, the lover of Native Americans, the man of the epitome of compassionate conservatism. You see, McCain knew that Indians didn't get enough good medical care. And that no doubt includes nuclear medicine, you know, where they treat diseases and things with nuclear isotopes. McCain knew this, and because of the kindness of his heart, he moved entire reservations off of sacred grounds that just happened to contain large amounts of coal that the Peabody Coal Company, and think of campaign donations, wanted. And so Peabody got the coal reserves on the lands that were of extreme spiritual significance. Where did the Indians go? Well, I'm glad you asked. They got moved to places that were Superfund sites, where we used to, like, you know, explore for uranium and mine uranium, and now there's nothing left but the highly radioactive tailings. Yeah, that's where the Indians went, which is why I call it nuclear medicine, see, because they're getting radiated really well for free. And, never mind that those Indian children have some of the highest incidences of things like leukemia in the world, but you know, you gotta love that grand old party, yeah. So, anyway, when I run out of things to say, if you're used to watching my movies, that's when I quit talking. And if you get me on the subject of McCain and the genocide against the Native Americans, I don't run out of things to say real fast. But I am going to try to stop talking. Simply because I'm not charging y'all for this. I wouldn't want to give you my best material free. And then later on have an opportunity to charge you. Well, I've already given you my best stuff free. Anyway, I turned the camera on because this is so pretty. And I have I've shot plenty of video of this area, and every time I go through this area, I'm reminded of McCain. So this probably isn't the first time that I spoke of such. Gotta love that man. Maybe somebody does. I was trying to explain some of this to my brother. He's a good Christian. Yeah, and grand old party enthusiast and whatnot. And he said something about it. He didn't really want to hear about the Native Americans. And yeah, they got abused years ago, but there's no reason to keep talking about it. That's pretty typical of the grand old party enthusiast. Is if you don't actually read about what's going on today, you can claim ignorance. And they claim ignorance really well. So, yeah, he didn't think there's any reason to be concerned about anything that's actually happening in our lifetime. Because, hey, it's America, and everybody's got equal rights now, see? Read about it. It's in the law. So you know it must be going on. And therefore, everybody's been treated just fine. Yeah, gotta love it. Randy, can you think of anything I should talk about besides McCain?
Well, there's Sarah Kane.
You know, I used to think that I would, drive around and show some of this beautiful stuff on camera, and then I would sing, because mostly I make these for Mom.
And then in all fairness, we do need to talk about Obama. We can't leave any of it.
No. And we can talk about Obama because he's frightening, but
we don't want people to think that we're one-sided.
No, we're not one-sided. We're not one-sided. Obama is frightening right now, although I love the fact that he's willing to try things that haven't been tried. Because certainly everything that's been tried doesn't work. And pretty much nothing that's been tried does. But everyone, well except Democrats, knows that you can't just throw money at a problem. I do believe that creating new jobs in green energy might actually be a good thing.
I think that's wonderful.
But you're not going to hear the truth about it from, say, Fox News. Because they are bought and paid for by old energy, fossil fuels. So they're not allowed to speak the truth on these matters. But, we were actually going to try to come up with something negative to say about Obama.
Well, give him enough time. There will be something else.
Oh, sure. I mean, and I know, of course, the Fox News, came out with this week saying that in the last week, every week before, that we're really not gaining any jobs. The stimulus is, and of course they have some fancy mathematics.
This job thing has been happening since the Bush.
Yeah, I mean, we've been throwing jobs away ever since.
This has been happening since Clinton.
Yeah. But anyway, well, the fact is that if you own a corporation, and a lot of people will not understand this, I'm a fiscal conservative. So my liberal friends, they rah with me when I get on things that they like. And my so-called conservative friends, rah, as long as I'm on things they like. But anyway, where do we go here?
Well, we're in New Mexico.
Yeah, we just crossed into New Mexico. And there's still some snow on the ground from yesterday over there. We came through here a couple of days ago and it's pretty snowy. I don't know if any of it really was sticking because I was asleep.
Actually,